speak out there. These people are not following Muhammad or following Allah because they've not heard from Allah. Allah has not declared himself. It is you, that person, who Allah met you in that corner or met you in your home, that has come out to tell me that Allah says that you should come and worship me, or to tell me that Jehovah says you come and worship me. Jehovah told you to tell me. Why was Jehovah not coming to tell me? Jehovah has got the ability to reach everybody. Why didn't he come to tell me and he told you? Those are the questions you ask. Those are the logical things that will make you think things and see where you stand in your faith, where you stand in your belief, your work, your actions, or whatever it is that you may be doing. That's what I want to share with you. That's what I want you to understand. These are the things I want you to understand, who you define your God to be. Whether he's the ultimate God, the creator of all things. And if he is, then surely you are bound to sort of see him moving in some direction. You will have some expectation of him. But not the disguised thing. I can be somewhere and hide and send people to be doing things and say, putting people into fear and threatening and making them feel as if, I am their only help to their life. And so they have to commit to me. And I can put them through all kinds of situations. I can get people, tune them to bring them. There are people who are forming society. There is what we call the Nazi, what do you call it? The German Hitler group of people, the Nazi people. And you know what they did in their time? They were told and fed with information, and Hitler was their god or their king, somebody who, and that's what happens. And they did so many horrible things to the Jews especially. And other, people. They claim it through Christianity and they did horrible things. So we have to really look carefully about who God is, who Allah is, who Buddha is. And when we know, then we can then confidently say whether will he test us, will he punish us, will he destroy us? Is he the one who will he bring confusion to our lives? Will he bring us into a state of fighting each other? Will he do that? Is it necessary? And when we clarify ourselves on those grounds, I bet you we will have a straightforward answer to our life. The things that you held on to, those norms that you have, that's moral standard of life that you have that makes you shout somebody down or makes you embrace somebody, you begin to, adjust. Because you will retrospect, as I said, you will retrospect and you will adjust. You will adjust in a positive way. And not just you, if we do it together, there won't be any need for me to resent the other, nor for me to sort of, in any way, look down the other or shout the other, shout somebody down, or angrily pursue anybody. But we are looking at, as I said, I'm looking at it as a wave of wind. If this hits, if you listen to it and you pass it on, there's a piece of it and it attracts you to sort of listen to more and more, and you pass it on just like that, or you reach out. If I find means to reach out, fine. But if it goes on like that, and gradually it changes, maybe not generation to come, but the next generation, whichever way, that moment will come where humanity will have its common approach to things and a more positive way of viewing things. The human race will sort of be more natural, more themselves. The things that makes them feel that, I have to tie my whole body up. Is it necessary? I mean, Islamic people do it more than any of us. So you go there, you see the Islamic people, they look like, I don't know what to say, but they really have those ancient way of presenting themselves, really old ancient ways. I mean, I don't look African right now with this coat on, with this suit, this jacket I have on here, and this white t-shirt. I look more European, don't I? Because more is an European way of way. But even the Europeans who have discovered certain things that they've opened most of people's eyes to the new gadgets and the new things. This is an old way of presenting themselves, but they have moved on from previously how they used to dress. That old dressing is not there anymore. So if you see a religious group or a tribe of group, people from the Arabs, still dressing that ancient way of dressing, you ask yourself, have they really moved on? The people that you have admired, that you've come to live, if not for the reasons of admiration that people come here, if you are Arabic or you are whatever, but rather it's advice like what I saw in the book here, in Surah 9:5, is what made you came here. And then you came here and you realize, you look at your dressing, you say to myself, these people have got their own dressing, but that dressing that they have has even moved on. They don't still hold on to their old presentation of themselves. The suit that they used to wear is different now. Look at it, this is different. It's not the suit of the old time. And it changes styles in every way because people have moved. They've realized they are not stagnant with their old ideas, old ideals. No more. Those things are in the museum. They put it there, they research it, they find out why Einstein was Einstein. They try to figure out why Einstein was, and they built on what Einstein was doing. Is that what is happening in the Arabian Peninsula? In some areas, yeah, there are people in the Arab world who advance and progressing, and they are not sticking to old faction way of what Muhammad did or anything like that. There are people in the Jewish also the same thing in Israel, but yeah, also thousands of people who are creeping into this society that they are being told or being fed to hold on to the old things, and they are not directly. It's not, the presentation is not direct, but you don't blame them because the presentation, anything about this book is about old ancient moments of time. So if you're not telling things the way I'm trying to tell people to know that, if you take it like you're looking at any other book or any research book that you're finding answers. But don't take it as a religious book. Don't take it as cultural book. Don't take it as if the Bible is a cultural thing. Before somebody get angry, I'm only waving the Quran. I have something against the Quran. No, I'm waving the Bible too. So both of them maybe have issue with me. Yeah, we're waving both. At the end of the day, you don't become cultural to Bible or just Quran or or religious to it. But you research the book to know the knowledge of what they had at that time that made them do what they do. You can see. And then you can clearly know where the path you are going. In this book, especially the Christian book, there are some statements that would make you look like the devil or the Satan or the Antichrist because of that humanist approach. But the Antichrist, as we say, is even a spirit. But he's going to act like a man, according to the book here. He's going to pretend to be like a man, convert himself like an angel. The angels who came to live among us, the Bible reveals angels came among us like men and sleeping with women. Not in there are other statement we said women were having visions and having said like even the Mary, vision, sex, having vision or dreaming and having sex and having a child. I don't know how that's possible. I've experienced something similar to these things. But possibility as it comes out at a woman having a child through that I don't know much. But this book reveals that also, because that's how the book says Jesus was born. But at the same time, it tells you that it was a begotten thing related to how sex happened between a man and a woman. But they don't really say it directly like that. So basically, I sort of feel that if you get into this book, you don't have to be religious about it, cultural about it. No. It's a book that you read to get the idea of what has happened that time. You don't need to be cultural in anything. I have cultural dresses of African cultural dresses that even though we've lost our culture background, we still hold on to. We have some sense of a little bit of idea of what they were at that time that we preserve They go to some places in Africa where tourists have to go in there to look at the slave trade and castles that were built by Europeans.